So normally I don't upload on Wednesdays, but I did actually want to talk about something because we got new footage of Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. We got the gameplay demo for the PlayStation 5, and there's some pretty interesting stuff here. I think we can break it down really quick. This is one of those news videos, not an evergreen, so I think we might as well just punch right into it. Miles Morales, it was always something that was an interesting concept, I think, from the get-go. You know, being able to put Miles in that world of the original Marvel's Spider-Man Peter Parker from the PlayStation 4 game, but there were some things about it that had people worried that I think were very largely addressed in this trailer. Now, we knew that Miles was going to be obviously Spider-Man, full on. It wasn't just being teased like it was in the original game, but there were some questions. For example, where was I able to play this game? Because at the very end, in small text at the very end of the trailer that PlayStation showed off at their live event, we do see that this game is also available on PlayStation 4. One thing worth noting is that they don't show footage from the PlayStation 4. I can guarantee you that it doesn't run as well, or it has a lower pixel count, lower frame rate, etc. But the point is that you're able to play it there if you're not able to get a PlayStation 5 for now or at launch, or just don't want one and you want to be able to play the next entry in the Spider-Man universe. And this is actually something that I said I didn't think was going to happen. I had talked about this before, and I thought that there was really no reason for them to make it available on PS4 because they were trying to push these units so hard. However, it seems that Sony and Insomniac had a different idea, so hey, here you go. If you're on PlayStation 4, you're able to play this. Now, granted, it's going to be, I'm sure, the same game, like I said, with lower performance, but it's playable. And I think that the original Spider-Man on PS4 ran well enough that you're not really going to care probably that much. It's still going to be a very good looking game. We do also know some more story beats of this. It does take place partially in Harlem, so we're going to see some new locations obviously as well, and some of this is stuff we knew before but we're actually seeing now for the first time in the trailer. And the Roxxon company, which you may know from the Marvel Comics line if you're a comics reader, but they've had a lot of dealings in Marvel before. This is going to have a big bearing on the story because there's an energy heist right away on the bridge that we do see with a group trying to get a hold of the Roxxon Energy Corporation's new energy source, and Miles Morales getting involved and defending this and trying to protect civilians. Now, here's the thing with this. We were shown off a scene similar to the crane scene from the original Marvel Spider-Man. This was a set piece scene, so what you see here is not going to be the entire game. This is one of the more linear portions of the game, and that's actually what these companies always do for a lot of these different live shows or reveals, as they show you a more linear and streamlined portion of a game because it's easiest to have a controlled environment. It shows off the technology. There were even talks when Uncharted 2 was announced that essentially they created parts of the game to be shown at E3 and different conventions because it was impressive. We've been seeing this for over a decade, so I'm not surprised. But either way, it is very impressive. We do see Miles going all over the place. His combat seems very unique to him. He still moves like Spider-Man. That's something worth noting, is he is Spider-Man in this. He moves like he's Spider-Man. But he has his own moveset as well. He's not a copy-paste of Peter Parker. He has access to his own abilities. Obviously, the Stinger, and he has the ability to go invisible and camouflage for a short amount of time. We're not really sure on certain things how they're going to fully play out. There will obviously be some similar system, of course, as to what we saw in the Marvel Spider-Man game with being able to pick cosmetics and things like that. But overall, this has really actually increased my excitement for this. To be honest with you, I was already interested in Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, but I was kind of cautious about it. I wasn't entirely sure what this would be. It's fairly quickly after the last game, but it's also very short. Comparatively, they had said it would be a smaller game, and it does seem like an experience that will let us step into the shoes of Miles and really enjoy ourselves. I also think that the whole idea of be yourself is really cool because this game seems to be going in on Miles Morales' identity without that just being the focus, like the only focus. It's not hey, look, Miles Morales, what a diverse character. It doesn't seem to be that. It's just, hey, look at Miles Morales. He's a character. You're going to like him. Here's some aspects of his background, I guess you'd say, and where he lives, and he's a person. I don't get the feeling at all that this game is really trying to be woke or push anything like that. I've seen some people say that, like, oh, I don't want to play Miles Morales. It's going to be this woke thing. It's, it's not Peter Parker. I don't see that at all here. I just see a slightly different style of Spider-Man to reflect who Miles Morales is as a person, both in being kind of a kid. I mean, he's very young, and also where he's from and who he is and all that stuff. I don't really see that argument from this. Overall, I'm very excited for this game. I'm very hopeful, and hopefully this demo actually did answer some of your questions as well. I think the biggest one, like I said, was is it going to be on PS4 as well? And the answer is yes. So, like I said, if you're on PS4, you can still enjoy Miles Morales. Well, I can't talk today. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you excited for Miles Morales Spider-Man? What are your thoughts overall? Are you more hopeful for this than the Marvel's Avengers game that just came out? Because I know that was a big miss with a lot of people. Let me know, and I'll see you next time. Have a fantastic day, and as always, stay shway.